Hello everyone, and welcome to Truly Bedrock Season 4. This is episode 28. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Oh yeah. So here we are, at the mushroom farms that we built in the last episode. And I've done a little bit of off-camera work, nothing crazy. But I did build myself a water vader going up to the top here. I wanted a way to get up and down, and I was going to build a staircase, and then I thought, why? Why? We have built water elevators on every other floor of our base, and then we have ourselves, a little slime block going on right here. I have done some mining of mushrooms to get myself more stuff, and eventually, yes, we will have to do more and more and more. I need stem blocks. Yes. So, also in last episode, Mooshroom Man took over and did a little bit of building on his own, and it turned out great. It really turned out great, I have to say. This is an awesome build. I truly love this. This is a cool nether portal leading to the Mooshroom Island. I'm gonna take some inspiration from this at some point, helping design whatever base that Mooshroom Man is coming up with for his little secret lair, Fortress of Solitude, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be happening out here at some point in the future. Might as well grab some mushrooms, refill myself on a little bit of this good food. And yeah, I like this. This turned out great, and hey, we ran the camera account while Mooshroom Man did his thing. So running through my base, I started checking all of the shops before we were going to get on with today's project, and I noticed Foxy paid me for the spider eyes. And looks like, I assume, bought 9 stacks of nether wart, which is really nice. Selling some items. That is, what, 29 times 3 is 27 diamonds? Nice. I will collect those later and put those to good use, or store them rather. It's nice to be gaining money considering all the diamonds I have spent building these different areas. But there's more that we gotta do. There's more that I want to do. And that involves us being down here in this area. A lot of cave, or rather there is a lot of cave going on in here, and a lot of room for us to just build massive farms and things that we don't necessarily have to show off to the rest of the server. So what I want to make today is I want to make a little bit of a concrete maker. And I've sketched out a little bit of an area here. I've done a little bit of work in creative messing around. And I think this could work. Putting all of the concrete, making it into concrete from concrete powder, and then putting it into a nice little block that we can mine. I do need to see, however, if our beacon reaches this far. If it doesn't, well, we could move it. No, but I really don't want to, and I think we may be out of range of the beacon, which is fine. The original plan was for me to have the beacon centered up on the base anyway, and not necessarily where it is. We can, of course, set up the beacon closer to where we're going to be working as well, and have this thing just coming up out of the side of the mountain. So far, so good. Still got the beacon effect here. I'm just going to wait a couple of seconds to see if it kicks out or not. It doesn't. That's good. That's really good. So way back when we were building the Moss Giants, I kind of set up a temporary concrete maker for making green concrete in the base over on Truly Bedrock, and I've kind of revamped just a little bit the concept of that farm. And what I've done is I've set back the water by a block, and we've dug out in front of this torch So when we set the concrete powder here, it is going to still turn it into concrete. And then it's going to come down this line, of course, and be pushed by this piston, come down this line, and then all of these pistons are going to be moved. I have a little bit of redstone set up like that, so let us go ahead and... I believe we can actually stand right here and watch this in action. Really simple system. It's going to put it into a nice cube for us. And then all we have to do, of course, is go and mine it. What I could do is I could set up some pistons right here. So then when it gets down to this line, it pops the concrete up to this level rather than pushing it straight across. We could build this into like a 5 or so tall wall. And then once that happens, it could push the entire wall of pistons and turn this into an actual cube. You know, something like this, as opposed to just a flat plane. But I don't think I'm going to be making that much concrete. I never know. I think this is just going to work. And if we actually stand over here, there we go, and hit the corner of the piston, we can just hold down the right-click button, and this will make a ton of concrete. Yes. So, I need to replicate this system inside of that square that I made, and hopefully it all goes to plan. Famous last words. Really easy thing to build, and I've got it laid out. I think it works. We put it through a test with just some regular blocks, making sure all the pistons push correctly. One thing to note is you do want this to push the blocks as far as they can go. If I were to have this piston over here and I could still push a block, the blocks would break this redstone, breaking the whole system, and we don't want that. So anyway, what I've done is I have put all this in. I should now be able to sit here and just make concrete. This is nice. This is better than flying over to the ocean by Zloy and placing this all down and then mining it, having to deal with drowned and all of the things that come with that. And we're just going to utilize whatever I have here for concrete powder. I am actually going to need to make quite a bit more white concrete powder, and some of it needs to stay powder, and some of it needs to turn into concrete. Perfect. And then we should be able, we're just going to do a quick little mine. Yep, with the beacon, it is literally that easy. I think I might turn the floor here into something that isn't insta-mineable like stone is. And just in less than a minute, we turn that 45 concrete powder into concrete, which is really nice. I'm going to throw these lights down here. This area is probably not the safest. We've got some dark bits over there, but we're not going to be AFKing in these spots very often. These are just where our larger farms and larger projects are going to go. I do want to eventually build like a fungus farm for the nether woods. And those are going to be built somewhere else, not necessarily directly under my base, because they can grow quite tall, and they do replace blocks, and it's just a pain. So, now that we have the concrete maker, we have the concrete miner, me, we can start making all of the different concrete powders, and you may be asking yourself why. Why am I doing this? Well, mostly because I can. But the real reason is Mooshroom Man and I are planning a build, right? We're planning on something going on in the Mooshroom Island, and we're going to need blocks for that. We're going to need concrete powder. We're going to need concrete. We're going to need stem blocks. We're going to need all these different things to build this build. So I'm laying down the groundwork for all of those because it's going to be a decent-sized project that he's going to build and I'm going to watch. So now that we have the concrete maker, I think what we can do is we can put this concrete up for now and start the plans as far as what we're going to build. Again, not 100% of what it is, still in the process of figuring it out. But hey, concrete maker, done. Easy. Easy to use, easy to do. Look at that, we got over a stack. I can turn any of this stuff into concrete, and it's also going to come in handy for building things like the Mooshroom that we built right there. I don't have the little cheaty zoom key, but it's right there. Yep. So that is another reason that we did it, and to be honest with you, we're kind of knocking off these projects here. I think we're going to have to come up with some more projects. The base is coming along really nicely. We have all the things for sale, and I've got some stems, so I'm not too worried about it. One thing that I wish you could do is getting these fungus is actually really easy. We just need some nylium and some bone meal, right? Bone meal, this nylium, and vines, the roots, the sprouts, all of those different things will grow. You can shift them back and forth with pistons, and you collect the fungus. I think that we should be able to do that with mycelium. And I think it should grow mushrooms, so that we can get stems a lot easier, because that is pretty much the whole purpose. Like, this block right here is literally just the warped wart blocks that I have collected from mining the stems, getting the warped wood. And yeah, I'm not even going to need all that. I just collected it because I can, I guess. There's a bunch of nether quartz, so what I think I'm going to do is I think we're going to go on a little bit of a material gathering session. I actually need to get myself a bunch of the nether wart blocks, and I think it wouldn't be a bad idea also to maybe make some red nether brick. Again, this is all preparation for the blocks and stuff that we need to do this other project, this Mooshroom Man fortress. Yes. Now, while I'm out gaining and gathering materials and figuring out all the things, this is what I've been kind of messing around with. I've taken the stem block here and put other white blocks near it, like diorite and quartz, to see what it looks like. And I think this is actually a pretty decent mix right here, these two blocks. The diorite's a little noisy, I think. The wool might not be a bad mix here, but this is obviously very bright white, where this is kind of dulled. The bone block doesn't look too bad, and I think in you know, small successions it could be used and mixed very nicely. And the nice thing about these is they are directional. We can, you know, mess around with this side of it. We can mess around with this side of it. And of course, it being up and down like that. So this is a neat block that we can use. And it is one that we can gain very, very easily. So quartz and bone block looking pretty good. These don't look bad. This, I think, can be used, again, if we had just a few of them mixed in with this, I don't think it's too terrible. It's a bit noisy, but not as bad as the diorite. This don't look too bad either. I know for a fact that this works well with the stem blocks. And the oddball here, I think snow is also too bright, so the snow and the wool are two blocks that are too bright, in my opinion. I don't like the diorite, too noisy. But this has potential right here, and this is an odd block to use, but birch wood. Now, think about this. If we had, you know, a mushroom being built, you know, something like this, it's all organic and how you feel. I truly do love this build style because it is different. But if we threw in, like, a little bit of birch wood here and there, nothing crazy, again, this isn't too bad. That works. And then we can take things like the glow lichen, which is a block that I've used quite a bit, and we can even muddle this a little bit further. Where we have a little bit of glow to it. Time set at night? Yeah, sure. You know? Muddles it just a little bit. I like it. I think this looks good. We could also take, like, cobwebs like we saw Mooshroom Man do, or Mooshroom Man, jeez. And we can put that in there. That might not even be a bad thing to do something like that. We have a few options. We have many other things that we can use. None of, like, the trapdoors or anything with the birch is going to look that great, but we do have the iron pressure plates that we could kind of throw in here. If we were to take, let's say, a bone block and kind of throw that on there. You know what I'm saying? So, messing around with this, I think what we need to do is we need to collect ourselves some calcite. We need to get ourselves some birch wood. Maybe some more quartz. Might go over to Tiz's area and buy some. Bone blocks is something I have a lot of. Concrete powder can easily be made. The stem block is the one thing that is going to be difficult. So we may change this altogether and use something like the calcite instead. But again, that is another block that's hard to come by, of course. Oh, why can't the stem blocks be so much easier to get? I think I am going to roll through the entirety of the mushroom island and take all the stem blocks I can, chop all the mushrooms down, clear that area completely out so that we have all the different things. And if I don't use the other mushroom blocks, of course, we can compost them. But I think we've got something going on here. And again, this season, I have tried very, very hard to use a lot of different blocks. Blocks that I never use, blocks that work well together. Back behind me, there is the remnants of the wall design that we came up with for the moss giant. Right behind there, using kelp and weird things. I mean, we're really stepping up our game from last season where we built the tower that is behind me and the little castle that we built. We're stepping things up. And I think we're getting a lot better with the different builds and stuff. You guys are the judge of that. I think they all look great. We're trying really hard to use different things, and it's turning out for the better. But I've got to go on a pretty huge mining succession, or succession, not succession. Succession are things in a line. You know, these blocks are in succession. Anyway, and I think we're going to do that via stream. We haven't streamed in a while. I know they're inconsistent. I try to stream, but life is hectic. You guys know. Yep. So hopefully there will be a live stream. We'll see. Oh man, Tiz really is putting the avatars to good use. He's got them everywhere. Beardstone too. So I bought some quartz. One thing that's going to be nice about utilizing the quartz blocks is slabs and stairs, right? We have variants. I always like to use a block that has that variant, and we killed a stray outside of Tiz's base. It's trying to kill us before we bought stuff. And I spotted this. Welcome to Lucky Button 1.0. You can buy a button push by paying 1 diamond into the chest, and you have a chance of getting 0 to 3 diamonds each push. It's out of stock when you get nothing, and then take your diamond back. Items in the dispensers is diamonds, gold ingots, gold nuggets, iron, mall tokens. Tokens are worth half a diamond each. It only can be spent at this mall for now. So, I guess we can play this. Somebody's played it. We'll see if we get anything. Oh, we got 2 diamonds and a gold nugget. So we'll play it one more time on the house. And looks like I didn't get much. But I did get this. A mall token, so this is worth a half diamond, right? Is that what it said? Tokens are worth half a diamond. So if I had 2 tokens, I could get like a stack of bricks or something. 1 diamond for 2 stacks, or I could get 1 stack for the mall token. Interesting. I can see how this game can be pretty addicting. I want another mall token. There we go. There we go. I'm happy with that. I spent a diamond, essentially, and got 2 mall tokens, and we can use that for something. I think what we're gonna grab from old Tiz is some glass if he has it. Ah, it's over here. Aha. So it is 1 diamond for 3 stacks, so 3 stacks would equal 2 mall tokens, right? And there we go. We got a little bit of iron, a little bit of gold from that, so that's a neat little thing. Addicting. I could spend some time at this wasting diamonds. I surely could. Well, if you missed the live stream, it was chaos. We're having some issues with internet connectivity. This is the first time I've ever run into the issue where the hotel Wi-Fi is actually blocking from joining a server, so I have to do things via hotspot. I tricked it during the live stream, but I can't seem to replicate what I did, so I don't know. But if you missed the stream, it's probably for the better, and if you want to see it in a better version where it's not cutting in and out, we are going to be uploading the video, hopefully by the time this episode comes out, or shortly thereafter. Anyway, we did do some collection of some mushrooms. As you can see over here at the Mushroom Island, we've got very little mushrooms left. And I was doing some clearing, doing some cleaning of all these different mushrooms, mostly looking for the stem block, or not looking, gathering. And somewhere, I have placed down a bunch of shulkers that I can't seem to find now. Excuse me? Huh? That's funny. Oh, there they are. Goodness. I thought we were done for. So I've got a bunch of brown and red mushroom blocks. That's for shenanigans. We do have a bunch of brown and red mushrooms. Pretty nice. And then we have quite a bit of mushroom stem block. Now, unfortunately, this is probably not enough. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm gonna need a lot more than this, which is why we built the mushroom farm in the last episode. I wish there was a way using redstone, and there probably is, and I bet we could figure it out, where we could just, like, pop the top off the mushroom, get that moved into a different area and just blown up, and then we could possibly just be mining the stems, because I don't need all this red and brown mushrooms. We have enough of them, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on tearing this stuff down. My axe is getting down there where potentially would break. We'll just have to keep an eye on it, and then I believe there's a way that we can repair this quickly. So one thing that I'm going to do slightly different than let's say the couple people that have come to my base is they don't go through the nether portal, and that's kind of how I set up my book and all my signs. We're going to use this, and we're going to try to follow this verbatim, right? So Foxy has shops, and we know that. He's got them by his portal. There's iron, all that stuff. In the U store, he's got beacons for sale. 30 levels of XP in 30 seconds. Foxy's Guardian Farm, only 1 diamond for 30 levels. Okay. I thought there was more instructions than that, but let's go figure it out. So I do believe that we got to go back down this tunnel here. Behind here. Is this Foxy? Yeah, this is Foxy's portal. Yeah, I bought string off of him. I bought moss. In the video where he said he didn't need my spider eyes, I was the one that bought the moss. But no, let's go try to find this whole Guardian farm and see if we can't throw a diamond in there and get some of our tools repaired. We're looking low on both of the axes, as well as the Silk Touch pickaxe. Let's go ahead and grab the toolbox and throw the bone meal back in here. Everything else isn't looking too bad. I'm not too worried about it. We don't use all those tools that often. And these two tools we're not going to be using very often after we finish clearing the mushrooms, right? So, hopefully this works out, and we are going to need to work out our own source of experience so that we can... Did I pass it? No. So that we can do this without having to pay for it. So I don't know if we should make our own Guardian farm. I think it's this way. There's normally items sitting somewhere. Let's see. Okay. Only for use in this farm. Payment. Farm is 1 diamond per button press. Customers. To use the farm, flick the lever to the down position, go through the portal, and press the button. Okay. So, a diamond. Throw that in there. We're going to get all of these on the hotbar that we want. I'm going to go ahead and take off these two, or these bits here. Looks like we need to heal the wings. And it says, flick the lever down, go through the portal, and press the button. Portal. Button is up the stairs. Oh man, that's cool. Stand on the prismarine and press the button. When the lamp turn off, go back into the nether. Okay, this is super cool. Super cool. We just chill here. Wait for the lamps to turn off. You know, this is something that I haven't messed with in many a time. Is a Guardian farm. This might be something worth investing our time into for our own experience, but I don't know. Maybe having the farms that we have set up in the base and some villagers would be better. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Farm has shut off. Back to the nether we go. We might have to pay more than 1 diamond to do what we're doing. It's not exactly what this is designed for. Oh. Okay, so I should be able to use a harming potion? Right? Nice. And I believe that... Get out of here, dude. I believe that we're allowed to collect these drops. Right? Polite notice, please, bruh. No entry, mate. Cheers. Hey, hey. You may collect your items below. So, I don't think that I did all of this. Right? And looks like the wings have healed up. We healed up most of the axe and the Silk Touch pickaxe. That's perfect. This is perfect. Thank you, Foxy. This thing is actually... This is really cool. This is really cool. Um, so, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and snag up some of this stuff, right? Oh, we're not allowed to go that way. Yeah, that's the way out. So let's grab a crafting table. I'm gonna go ahead and make some sea lanterns. And then I think I want actually some of this for prismarine. And I definitely want these guardian heads. I don't know if they're mine or not, but anyway, I'm gonna clean this out. And if some of this belongs to somebody else, of course, we can give it to them, or we can just pay another diamond because there was stuff in here that somebody didn't gather before. It's no big deal. Alright, we cleared out the farm. We got 5 guardian heads. I've got a couple stacks worth of sea lanterns and the rest of the prismarine stuff. Again, I just cleared it out. I don't know if I grabbed somebody else's stuff, but I think we're alright. We might do another test, one singulatory run of the farm, and see how much stuff we actually get to know if we gathered too much stuff or not. But I figured cleaning out the farm is going to be the best for the next person. I did get a bunch of fish as well that I have really no use for, and I've cleaned up. I've put all my brown mushrooms in here and all of my brown mushroom blocks in here. I've put all of my red mushrooms and red mushroom blocks in here, even though there is still a little bit more cleanup to do back at the Mushroom Island, which is actually that way. So, we've been material gathering most of this episode on and off live streams, right? I have a bunch of mushroom stems, I have a bunch of quartz, I have a bunch of birch, and then I have a bunch of calcite. The only other thing that I'm really in need of is going to be bone blocks. So I've got the moss giants running right now. Things are happening. And we're going to gather ourselves up a few, excuse me, a few stacks of bone meal here very, very shortly. We're going to let these things run for a little while. Should be great. I don't know how many stacks of bones I want. I just know that I want varying, colors inside of this build that me and Mooshroom Man are gonna do for the Mooshroom Man Fortress. The other thing that we're gonna need to get our hands on, well, we've got some cobwebs, so that's good. But glow lichen is something else that we probably need to get a little bit more of. But of course, I can bone meal this stuff, and we can gain a bunch more, so I am going to throw that in here. And then... and then we're going to need some stuff, okay? We're going to need a little bit of netherwort block. We're going to need the red mushroom blocks. We're going to need maybe even some... not terracotta, maybe even some red concrete here. I think could look pretty good. Maybe even some white concrete, which we have all that stuff. The other thing that I think we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves like a couple of stacks of red nether brick, utilizing the nether wart that we have. And I think, honestly, that's going to kind of complete all the blocks that we need. The next thing that we need to do, outside of not getting stuck in our own water vader, is going to be lay down a build. I'm still unsure, not 100% what we want to do, but ideas. We have ideas. And hopefully we stream it. I think playing on a single player world is going to be fine. So much bone meal. So much bone meal. Is this side not flushing? Again? No, it looks like everything's fine. And with the moss farms, I know you've got to chunk align them, and we did. I know you've got to shut them off before leaving the area, which we did. I think it went through one more flushing cycle before, or like as we were leaving the area, and so it didn't do what it was supposed to do. It seems to be working. I just want to know, is this thing actually flushing? Because some of these dispensers lost their water source or buckets of water. Thank you. And yeah, this one should be producing. It should have as much moss or bone meal as this farm. No, there it goes. Oh yeah. I mean, oh yeah. Okay, good. Good. So, with that, guys, I am going to go AFK for a little while. We are going to get ourselves some more bone meal, and this completes kind of the gathering portion of all the things. So hopefully, in the coming episodes, we will come up with an idea. It's probably not going to be next episode, and we're going to start a build. Now, considering the fact that I can't join the server via the hotel Wi-Fi, I can't join any server, I can't join any realm. I tried it on my phone, I tried it on the computer, I can do everything else, I can surf the interwebs, I can watch YouTube, I can do whatever, but the online gaming, quote-unquote, it will not allow me. So with that being said, we're going to have to push the build off, which is fine. That's going to give me some time to figure out exactly what we want to do, because I can't bring my camera account. I'm using my phone right now as a hotspot so I can record this video and get it out to you guys. So yeah. Oh, we've done quite a bit in this episode. It doesn't look like it. We kind of ran around for most of it collecting materials, but we did build a concrete maker, which is nice. And things are moving right along. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, even to the live streams like we did last night, where it was just a mess because of hotspots and dumping us and losing the stream. I think it restarted 4 times. We muscled through it. We got the internet tricked, and we were able to stream, but I don't know how many more times I'm going to do that. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with it, and it was a blast. So again, keep a lookout on the second channel for that video. Should be coming up. I'm actually hoping to get it uploaded before this one gets uploaded. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know by leaving a like, leaving a comment. If you're new, consider subscribing. Check the description down below. The link to the second channel is there, a link to Patreon. All the ways you can follow me, links to Twitter, Twitch, Discord is down there as well. There's also a link to the Truly Bedrock Discord and Truly Bedrock website, as well as all the other Truly Bedrock members' YouTube channels. Go check them out if you haven't. There's some great videos that are going on over there. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.